Private defense. Question number three. As certain, nothing is an offense which is done in exercise of right of private defense. Where the where the aid of society cannot be obtained, individual may do everything necessary to protect himself. B. A and R are true, but R is not correct explanation of the A. As per the section 34 of the BNS, nothing is an offense which is done in exercise of the right of private defense. Every person, पांचवा क्वेश्चन है, every person has the right to private defense of his own body, property and the body and the property of any other person. सबके पास राइट है प्राइवेट डिफेंस का, अपना प्रॉपर्टी, बॉडी और दूसरे का प्रॉपर्टी और बॉडी प्रोटेक्ट करने का. द राइट ऑफ प्राइवेट डिफेंस is a right of defense but not a right of retribution. Right to private defense is available to all respective genders and age of persons except aggressors. Section 35 of the BNS expressly states that right of private defense is subject to the restriction contained in Section 37 of the BNS. नौवां क्वेश्चन है, right of private defense is available against all members of an unlawful assembly. 10वां क्वेश्चन है, every person has a right subject to section 37 to defend the property against any of the following acts, both A and B above: theft, robbery, mischief, trespass. Attempt to commit theft, robbery, mischief, trespass. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court has observed that there is no right of private defense against the right of private defense? The state of UP versus Ram Swarup. Question number 12 में, which section of the BNS provides for right of private defense against acts of person of unsound mind? Section 36. Which section of the BNS provides acts against which there is no right of private defense? Section 37. Right of private defense is not available when there is time to have recourse to public authorities. Which section of the BNS provides the right of private defense in no case extends to inflicting of more harm than it is necessary to inflict for the purpose of defense? Section 37(2). Which of the following statement is correct? The right of private defense under BNS is available even against an act which is not offense under the Sanhita. Which section of the BNS contains the provision of the causing death in the private defense of the body? Section 38. अगर प्राइवेट डिफेंस में किसी का डेथ हो जाता है तो दैट विल बी द डिफेंस अगेंस्ट, डिफेंस होगा वो. In which one of the following cases the right of private defense of the body does not extend to causing of death? C. wrongful restraint, simpliciter. अगर कोई wrongful restraint कर दे रहा है तो उसमें किसी का आप मर्डर नहीं कर देंगे. Under BNS, subject to restriction laid down under its section 37 in cases of assault causing reasonable apprehension of death or grievous hurt, the right of private defense extends to the voluntary causing of death. The right of private defense of the body does not extend to voluntarily causing death of or any other harm to assailant if the offense which occasions the exercise of the right to be of any of description here and after enumerated, an assault of causing of grievous hurt on provocation. Which section of the BNS contains the provision of causing death in private defense of the property? Section 41. कि प्रॉपर्टी की सुरक्षा में किसी की हत्या कर सकते हैं, ये कौन सा सेक्शन कहता है? Section 41. When does the right of private defense of property extends to causing death? All the above: robbery, housebreaking after sunset or before sunrise, mischief by fire committed on building used by human dwelling. The right of private defense of body extends to causing death if there is All the above. Apprehension of death, apprehension of grievous hurt, intention of committing rape. अगर ये तीनों हो तो आप डेथ क्रिएट डेथ किसी का जान ले सकते हैं. Under BNS, when does the right of private defense of the body extend to causing death? All of the above. Who's the wrong proposition? Right of private defense of the body extend to causing death is available to husband against adulterer of wife. ये नहीं होगा. Jed is involuntarily intoxicated and left at a house by unknown criminals. Jed enters a house in the intoxicated state and attempts to rape A. A during the attempt of Jed to rape her hits Jed with a heavy object causing his death. Which of the following is there true? Irrespective of Jed's state of intoxication, A only exercised her right of private defense and therefore has not committed any offense. 27 में है which section of the BNS contains the provision related to commencement and continuance of the right of private defense. Section 40. The right of private defense of the body commences as soon as reasonable apprehension of danger to the body arises from an attempt or threat to commit the offense, and it continues as long as such apprehension of the danger to the body continues. Section 29. Which section of the BNS contains the provision related to commencement and continuance of the right of private defense of the property? Section 43. In which of the following case the right of private defense of the property does not extend to causing death? हाउस ट्रेसपास में किसी का डेथ नहीं क्रिएट कर देंगे. In case of free fight between two parties, no right of private defense is available to either party. Y picks X pocket. Next day, X, while buying pan near his office, finds Y paying money from X purse. X catches hold of Y and tries to take back his purse. Y resists. X twists Y arm with such force that it is broken. X is charged with causing hurt to Y. X can not be raised the plea of right of private defense since he had time to seek the help of public authorities. What punishment may be awarded to person whose act is covered under general exception? No punishment. Thank you.